So today, Donald Trump was sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. And in that ceremony, he showed us exactly who he cares about. He closed the doors to his own supporters, to his own party, to his own nation. Breaking with the American tradition of an inauguration open to the American public, he held a private ceremony in the Capitol Rotunda, locking out all the regular people who helped him get there. Every voter, every supporter, every MAGA donor was left out. His own cabinet sat behind the very richest men in America, their extraordinary wealth and bought and paid for influence secondary to these four people. The men in this picture have a collective worth of $900 billion. Trump's own red state governors, who supported his return to power, were allowed to be in the building, but they were pushed off to a spillover room to watch the event on TV. The screens were removed from the Washington Mall, so even his supporters who had gathered to be there to watch the ceremony in person had no way to do that. If you didn't have seats in the 20,000-seat sports arena, then you were in a hotel room that you had purchased because you could no longer see history in person. Today showed us who this man cares about, and it's not us. Trump didn't put his hand on the Bible. His words were pledged to no higher a being than himself. He won't honor his word to protect and defend the Constitution because he doesn't care about the Constitution. He won't deliver on the promises he made to the American people because he doesn't care about the American people. Unless you can write him a check for $1 million+ you no longer count in this country. Our president doesn't care if we die of a disease or become bankrupt from illness. He doesn't care if our water is poisoned or our air is unsafe. He doesn't care if our children get shot in school or even if those schools are shut down. He has no interest in future pandemics or the cost of food or housing. He doesn't care if we have increasing and devastating natural disasters because none of this will affect him or the people who made it into that room today. He said what he needed to say to get where he is, but now that he's there, we are on our own. So when things start to fall apart, remember what you saw today. Remember a man without joy, refusing to swear on anything but himself, surrounded by the richest and most powerful elites while everyone else was locked out. Because that is the reality that will unite us. That is the truth that will unite all of us who deserve to be considered by our leader and remembered by our president, and not just tossed to the side like the trash he thinks we are. So whether you are MAGA or a Democrat, a liberal or a libertarian, a proud immigrant or a disenchanted fifth-generation American, we are all outsiders now. It is all of us who are locked out of this government, all of us who will lose our freedoms and beg for scraps at the feet of these people. The question remains if we want to do something about it. Do we want to do something before our country is completely absorbed by these self-dealing robber barons, this aristocracy to our peasantry, or will we willingly become slaves to their digital feudal system? I don't know if anyone will even see this. Let me know if you do. Almost every place that this could be seen is now owned by these same people. You won't find the truth on these sites much longer, and the press won't be much better as their ownership is almost entirely made up by the same billionaire class. So if you can, follow me on YouTube or subscribe to Politics Girl Premium at politicsgirl.com. Because right now you might see me as the enemy, but please know I am on the side of truth and hope and America. And if and when the wool comes off your eyes, then I will be on your side too. They don't care about us, but there is an awful lot of us out here. And if we choose to fight back, we can make them care.